I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Thought, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a, yeah, they call.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught right side by Daniels. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week, 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Rashard Matthews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. And he's able to put it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself second play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Jameis to throw it. A dump off to Anderson. Anderson loses the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Mariota to throw it this time. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, that's Lewis. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Okay.
A first down throw for Winston. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Second down, Winston. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Jameis now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Winston. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bruce Irvin. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Landry now on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. On On second down, Anderson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Mariota to throw it. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Titans. Jared Cook, 83 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And now here come the Raiders. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build up. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception here, Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Mariota, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They start the drive with Anderson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gordon, Charles.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Jameis now on 1st down. That one complete to Anderson. Evades the tackler, and now some space. There he goes, right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Wesley Woodyard. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Forced out, and a pressure gets to him again. Pernell McPhee. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get him.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Jarvis Landry, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go to about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that's complete to Lewis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Mariota on first down. And complete right side to Cook. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
The defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Let's convert.
Now Jameis on second down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing, Mariota. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To throw is Mariota. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of his end zone, Mariota. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Mariota from his own end zone on 3rd down. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play fake. Winston steps away. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Daquan Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the Titans getting set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And Matthews over the middle of the ground. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.